This episode of Savage Sessions is brought to you and produced by Radio Salad Studios. And now your host, Chuckie Tee.
Hello, players, and welcome to Savage Sessions. My name is Chuckie Tee, and I'll be your host, along with E.E. Morris, Fanatical Fisch, Canadian Curry, and Totes my goat. For Monster Hunters Club, I don't know the name of the story, because I'm a player, not the judge.
Let me do the introductions.
Oh, not yet. You just sit back and calm down.
I'll just sit there. I'll just shut my mouth.
Oh, Monster Hunter Club is tonight's game, and it is powered by the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. Savage Worlds is a product created by the good people at Pinnacle Entertainment. You should visit them for all your role-playing needs. As is tradition here at Savage Session, if there's any in-game currency, we like to start our players out with a little more. Seeing as I'm not the GM tonight, instead, Canadian Curry will be taking us through our traditional, because now it's tradition, because we've done it a couple times now, Halloween special, and that's what this is. It'll be a two-part Monster Hunters Club special, so sit back, enjoy, relax, and Canadian Curry.
We see a sign of Gulf Haven, Alabama, population 88,000. The paint is cracked and peeling in places. Fade to the refinery building with chain link gates chained closed. The doors and windows boarded what looks like a decade ago. Fade to the newly opened Gulf Haven Galleria Mall. People mill about picking up last-minute costumes from the stores. Fade to the pier where the Ferris wheel and other rides and games are somewhat underutilized but still quite busy. There are signs taped to light posts with two black and white photos of a girl and a boy. As the camera pans, we see the names Kyle Kendrick and Amber Tillerson. Fade to the downtown strip with a tattoo parlor, the Gulf Haven Pirate Museum, clothing stores, and Dangerous Dan's arcades flashing lights. Fade to the sprawling subdivision, with all the houses looking the same, with a minor cosmetic differences, and different cars and minivans in the driveways. Pan through a house. A woman is cleaning the kitchen. She picks up a milk carton from the fridge. The two missing kids' pictures on the side. Fade to the Gulf Haven Middle School exterior. One floor campus style, large long leaf pine trees growing on the lawn. Fade to the interior of the school, and we see Mr. Kennard's class. And as he's writing on the chalkboard, we zoom in on the clock. It is 2:40 p.m., and the second hand slowly ticks.
Oh, yeah.
Today is the best day of the whole year for a few reasons. One, because it's Halloween. And two, because today is the day that you are going to get the high score on Lich's Lair at Dangerous Dan's Arcade. That is, however, if you can get to that machine before all the other schools let out at 3 and the rush to get there begins. So I'd like to go around, give you an opportunity to tell us who you are, tell us a bit about your character, tell us what you're wearing to class today for Halloween. And then what I'd also like to hear from you at the end, if you can remember all this, is how is it your character is going to get out of class early today? So that you can head down to Dangerous Dan's before everyone else. So who would like to go first here? Is that Sean Pickett raising his hand?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So tell us about yourself, Sean.
So, okay. My name is Everett Morris, and I'll be playing the role of Sean Pickett. Now,
MC.
Exactly. It's that mental transition. Anyway, dude. So, oh my gosh, dude, this is going to be so great. But see, I've got something that nobody else has got in this whole school. I'm going to get to the arcade first. Well, actually, let me, God, dude, I do this all the time. Hold on a second. So, like, I've really been working on the perfect costume. Oh my gosh, dude, David Lee Roth is like my hero. Eddie Van Halen's okay, but David, man. Oh, yeah. So borrow some of my sister's clothes, but don't tell her. She's going to get all ticked off and everything. But yeah, so yeah, I borrowed one of her wigs. Oh, yeah, dude. And like, you know, this spandex thing. Okay, first of all, kind of makes you feel a little weird. Gives you some goosebumps when you don't expect. I don't know, man. It's messed up. Anyway, thank goodness I only have to wear them one day. But yeah, I didn't wear the ones with the butt cheeks hanging out because no, that's just wrong. Teachers would kick me out. And so anyway, yeah. So I'm trying to look like David Lee Roth. I hope somebody actually guesses because they keep on telling me I look like somebody from Twisted Sister. Dude, no.
Jane
No.
Fonda.
Look, yeah, dude. Okay, so like,
what do you like? 20-minute workout? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda actually makes me feel goosebumpy too. Anyway, but no, I've got the perfect way to get to the arcade before everybody else. It's gonna be awesome, dude. So like 5 minutes beforehand, I'm gonna raise my hand, say, teach, and I'm gonna squirm really, really badly. I'm like, I really gotta go to the bathroom. Can I go? Can I go? And at 5 minutes, I can get to my locker really, really quick, grab my skateboard, stinking jet, man. They'll never know I'm good. Oh, it's gonna be great. I got this in the bag. I got a roll full of quarters in my pocket. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you then, since this is, to me, sounds like you're trying to pretend like you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Can you give me a performance roll?
Oh, yeah, you bet.
Let's see. The first roll of the game.
Heck yeah. Oh, this is fun already. Where? Oh, there it is. Performance.
Uh-oh. I hope you have it.
I do.
You do, yes. Oh, and look at that. Excellent. So Mr. Kennard says, sure, Sean, just make sure you're back before the end of class, okay?
Yeah, okay. That'll happen.
All right. Take yourself a Benny.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
All right. So who would like to go next?
Greg, how about you, bud?
No, listening. Hey, you ready?
Me?
Yeah, you're up, bud.
One question. Are we all in the same class?
Yes. You are all in Mr. Kennard's class.
Mr.
This
Kennard's
is your
class.
This is your first time in the school. You've been here for about a month. It is the end of, well, a couple of months because it's the end of October.
Okay.
Grade 6, middle school.
So, yeah. All right. My name is Greg.
Hi, Greg.
And I'll be playing Joanna and Joe Winslow. And I'm already fuming because the other kid in my class already stole my ideal to get a bathroom pass. But I still give it a try anyways. I stick my head up, go, I got to go to the bathroom too.
Wait for Sean to come back, Joe. I think Mr. Kennard knows your reputation. This is your second time in his grade 6 class, after all.
Yeah. Yeah. How busy is the classroom?
Well, everybody's sort of taking notes. He's writing on the board, doing a math fractions. I think it's a grade 6 thing. I don't know.
So since he's just pretty much shot me down,
yeah.
I sit there and I just wait for him to get back in. Hopefully, when he
so
turns
as you
around.
can see, if we invert the denominator and the numerator, you will see that we multiplied that by 6, which gives us what?
So I write a note. I'm writing a note, and it's basically saying "Open the door," and
Okay.
I throw it at the kid that's nearest the door.
Okay. All right. How about give me an intimidation roll? That seems like the right roll for that.
Yeah, just let's
Not wasting any time, am I?
No. So, and we should put it out there that the character archetypes from the book are so far the daredevil and the delinquent. Yeah. All right. Excellent. Take yourself a Benny, and also you feel free to take the diversion to get out of the classroom.
So yeah, I have him. I throw a note. I ask him to open the door. I wasn't trying to be mean about it, but I guess the way I wrote it.
Yeah, and your reputation.
And my reputation. You said take a Benny?
Yeah, take your Benny, and you're free to go to the arcade. So that leaves us with Chris.
Yeah. How are you pronouncing his last name again? Is it just Gillian?
Oh, actually, it's funny. I think I added an I when I shouldn't have. I think it's just Chris Gillen. But let's call it Gillian, since that's what's showing on the screen.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We're professionals. All right. Yeah. So, the arcade. So this is a super popular game. I'm taking it.
So this is the one you were reading Wizard magazine.
Of course.
You have studied. You guys have played this game a number of times, but today is the day that you, in particular, have convinced your friends that you are going to take the top score and beat the game. Nobody has beaten Lich's Lair, but you've been doing your research. But first,
in between classes, Chris did the unspeakable. Went into the girls' bathroom, snuck in.
Okay.
Got into a stall, popped his feet up. He's got his books because he's got his backpack with his, the player's handbook, DM book, and bestiary. Lord knows how many other magazines. He's got his feet up.
Original red book too.
Of course.
This is
of course. Yes. Yes. And he's waiting. He's waiting for that perfect opportunity.
You skipped last period.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Hey, that guy, honestly, let's be real here. He's a great guy, great teacher, doesn't pay attention to who's in class. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, I assume that he might not have even noticed you not being there for the last period. So why don't you give me a stealth roll?
There we go.
Ooh, close. Do you want to spend a Benny, or do you want to get caught in the girls' bathroom? I'll give you your Benny if you decide to be caught in the girls' bathroom.
Well, because it's even better because, like I said, unlike the other two players, my Donald Duck costume.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Donald Duck costume that he did not want. He was hoping to get Merlin.
Right.
And apparently they don't make those.
No.
If anyone could find one and prove me wrong.
You had asked your mom
to
make you wizard robes.
No, my mom is not that chick.
No, she's busy.
Yes, she's
a modern woman. She has a job.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And so she went to the local outlet and she found Donald and for me, as I'm standing there staring at this thing and going, I'm gonna get killed in this, Mom. baby boy. It's Donald. Everybody loves Donald. Just put it on. Just don't cry, Chris. Stop crying. So yes. So yeah. You
heard your mother. You heard your mother. Stop crying, Chris.
Oh my God. Wow. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take that Benny. I'm gonna take that Benny.
Take your Benny, and how do we play this out? I'm assuming somebody opens the door at some point. One of the girls, a few of the girls come in, and you overhear a conversation. One of those girls is your older sister. What's her name? She's in grade 8.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, my parents weren't all that original. Jillian.
Her name is Jillian.
Oh, crap,
Gillian.
Okay,
I love it.
We usually call her Jill for short.
Jill, yeah. So Jill and Sarah and
Because it's with a
other
J.
and other Sarah. Yeah, Jill, Sarah, and other Sarah come in, and they're just laughing about she's talking about her little brother, and he was crying this morning. Like, I couldn't believe it. He didn't want to wear the Donald Duck costume, and of course she's dressed like, I don't know, strawberry shortcake or something. So she's not much better off. Actually, so the three of them are dressed as different characters from Strawberry Shortcake, and they kind of hear you in the bathroom as you drop one of your dungeon manuals.
Yep.
Chris, is that you?
And in my best Donald Duck impersonation, he's in the other stall. I yank open the door, stop, glance around, and then I hightail it out of the bathroom.
I can't do it.
I can't either. That's why I said the best impersonation.
All right, so you get out, and just as you get out into the hallway, you see your classmates heading down. Of course, Sean on his skateboard, and the other one, you guys head towards your bikes.
I'm screaming. That's such a cheat. You're such a cheat.
All right, so we are going to go to. So head yourself down to the game, if you don't mind.
Heck yeah. Bum rushing. Bum rushing.
Where is the game?
It's
right in
here.
front of me.
Oh, get out of the way! I was thinking.
Well, you guys are a team here. You guys you're all working together to get this high score.
All right. Yeah, let's do this, dude. Come on, high fives.
Yes, high fives all the way around. Heck yeah.
So what we're going to do,
except Joe, because Joe hits hard.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is
she intimidates me.
We're going to have a dramatic task. It's going to be 3 rounds. It's going to be 3 rounds, and you're going to tell me how your character is going to is what they're going to do on each turn to try to set this high score. What I need after 3 rounds is a grand total between the 3 of you of 12 successes. And we put in the quarter, and the game starts. Lich's Lair.
Fantastic. So
great graphics, amazing graphics.
Of course there are. It's 1985. They'll
That's
never
right.
get better than this. And
Never.
I tell everyone that. This is it. This is the creme de la creme. It'll never get better. Mm-hmm. So I turn around, and I actually grab the chair that's behind us.
Okay,
To whatever game that is. Before some poor kid could sit down and play that game, I grab it, and I pull it over, and I don't even hardly apologize much. I just said, this is more important than that other game. And I plop it down and I get my book bag open, and I'm grabbing out my books, I'm grabbing out my notebooks, and I'm flipping through the pages, and I'm starting to break down the game plan.
Okay.
Break down. Okay, this is what we need to do. On the first level, we got to do this, and we got to look out for this, and make sure you find that special area because it's down there. We've seen it before. I've talked to you guys through this, so we got to make sure we get this. And I'm going over my notes and all the secret articles and stuff that I've clipped out. And Chris has just got them all lined up in front of him, and he's just going through the game plan.
So what is that? Research? What is that? You tell me.
That does seem like
he did a lot of research, collecting articles, looking for articles, looking for information.
I was going to say academics.
Sure, I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a good person because I don't have research.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I didn't think that the game would require a whole lot of.
Oh my! The Roll20 gods hate me.
They do. Do you want to keep that?
No, I will be dropping a Benny. I will be dropping a Benny.
I was going to say, at that point, you laid everything out, and then somebody spilled the soda on it.
It wasn't a crit fail. It was just
just a failure. Yeah. So we're gonna. All right, so let me go ahead and drop that beautiful Benny.
So,
I love the bennies.
I was going to ask, do any of you guys recognize these bennies? Because I feel like it's a Canadian thing.
It is actually. I looked that up, and it is Canadian, but they do produce these in the United States and in Canada. That company is considered cursed.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, it is.
I can't
Like
know
a
what it
Canadian
is.
version of the Tootsie Roll, or
Yes,
Kind
it
of.
is.
It's molasses candy. So that's a success. You got one.
Okay. All right.
You want to keep it? We only need 4 each, like 4 each in 3 rounds, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Okay, so somebody has to get a raise.
Each round on average. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a hugely difficult traumatic test. But it's up to you. You can roll again if you want.
I'm gonna try once more.
Okay.
I'm gonna try once more because I have my Benny maker planned out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, it's the 5. It is.
It's a success. It's still a success. So Chris has basically given you guys the game plan of how each level should play out if you play it right. And when you know, obviously there's going to be some surprises here and there, but you've got a rough idea. So who's next on this list is Sean? You're up.
Yeah.
What is it you're doing to?
Okay, so as I've got the aforementioned roll of quarters, I get them all lined out so I can, grab them and throw them in the machine really, really quick.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So what is
there
that?
You go.
Is that athletics? So give me that roll, and you're good at it. I think it's one of your fortes.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I like it after we do this.
Right.
there's a 5.
Oh yeah, there it is. You gonna keep it, or you want to roll again?
So that puts us to 10.
That puts us to 2 successes.
Oh, 2 successes. We need 12 all day.
Yeah, so you need 10.
Okay, so
I have common bond. I like to throw him one of my bennies.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
And basically it's as Sean is up and he's fired in the first quarter and he's starting to make his moves through because out of all of us he has the best hand-eye coordination. It's between him and Joe. It's always that. And so as he's going and he's gotten clinked and he's about to die, Chris is over there and he puts his share of the quarters down and kind of leans against it and looks over and says, "Hey, calm down. It's too early to start getting hit. Just remember, duck, jump, jump, duck, jump, jump. You got this. You can do this, man." He's patting him on the shoulders and glancing back. He's back to flipping through his notebook again.
And what are we seeing on the screen of the game right now? What's where are you in this? Oh, there you go. That was a very good one. So you got another success. You guys got 3 so far this round. So what's happening right now? You guys are outside the Lich's castle right now. And you're coming up against, I can describe if somebody doesn't want to jump in. I imagine it kind of like ghouls and ghosts at this point. You're in the graveyard outside the Lich's castle, and the zombies are coming up from the ground, and the bats are swinging from the top.
Yeah, as we're playing, it's not really stressed. We're all just, it's so
having
familiar.
A blast.
Yeah, we're so familiar with this. We can do this phase of the game like blindfolded.
Exactly.
We're just like, hey man, you see what she was wearing today? Oh dude, that's gonna be so cool. Now, what did your mom say about she turned you down? Oh, and so I can't stay the night next weekend. Stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Kid stuff. So Joe.
Right.
When you got to the arcade, you grabbed your pizza first, obviously.
Well, yeah. It's smart kid.
Method acting, folks. Method acting.
Once everybody starts pulling out quarters and stuff, she reaches in her pocket and she pulls out this big wad. And she throws the quarters down, but she brought to donate to the game like everybody agreed upon.
Yep.
But then she also says she's got a little extra to get everybody a soda.
Nice.
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 Hey, everybody
Nice.
loves show.
Heck
So,
yeah.
what is that? Is that persuasion? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
trying to keep the bond and keep everybody's spirits up.
That's good. I'll
Yeah,
give you that if you
yeah.
want to roll persuasion. That's good.
Yep.
Thanks for the soda, Joe. In the 80s,
Whoa!
and in the 80s,
Nice.
in the 80s, we say soda.
16. 4 successes. Amazing. So
Nice.
soda was the secret key there, was the caffeine. It kept your mind sharp.
It's Mountain Dew.
Oh, it's extra caffeine.
Lots of sugar.
Super high sugar.
Well, I can't
actually-
remember. I don't think Jolt was a thing back then.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Yes.
I don't
I
remember.
don't know if it was back then. I don't know if it came out that early.
85. I'm gonna research that.
So you're actually noticing as well that you guys are doing well, and people are starting to come and take notice of what you're up to.
Damn, baby,
So-
1985.
Nice.
All right.
So it's brand
Nice.
new. It's new.
It was brand new in 85.
Okay. Well,
So I guess are we celebrating with some Jolts?
Dangerous
Oh.
Dan's
Yes.
is the only place in town that sells it too. So
Nice.
Told you it was there. Jeez,
Nice.
don't believe a guy that remembers when he was 14. Sorry.
So Chris is looking at his notes. He's glancing up at the screen. He's looking down. As soon as he hears Joe say Jolt, he raises one hand up and he starts to chant Jolt, 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 Jolt.
and it sounds to everyone like they start shouting, Joe, 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 because
Genius.
in the turn order, Joe's up.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Unless anyone wants to spend a penny for a new card, but so far there's no clubs on the table, so I don't see any.
No,
reason.
we're doing great too.
You guys are. You need 5 more successes in 3 rounds.
I think
So
we're gonna
Joe-
do
Piece
it.
of
We're
cake.
gonna do it this round.
I think so too. Well, because you got cheat codes. You knew exactly where to jump to get through the over the screen and into the warp.
Uh-huh.
All right,
So Sean is still doing the video game.
Right.
Chris is giving us all the instructions and the cheats and shortcuts.
Yes.
And then I'm basically just kind of standing guard.
well, and the crowd is starting to form around you guys. So
Yeah. Chris has got his hand up. He's waving over as he's looking through because he's glancing around. It's getting crowded. And
Yeah.
Sean needs to wiggle and move, man. He needs to wiggle and move. So it's like, hey, Joe, maybe keep him back.
Yep.
Keep him back.
Yep. So Joel's gonna kind of just start nicely talking to the crowd. Hey, come on, guys, make sure you give them some room.
Gotta
You know,
breathe,
she's-
kids.
She's kind of, trying to form a barrier as best she can, but
okay,
she's not the biggest kid.
yeah. What? So is that a fighting skill? What is that? What are we using to?
Intimidation.
It's either intimidation or fighting.
Yeah. Are you trying to scare them back, or are you just physically
I'm
trying
trying to
keep
be
them-
nice right now.
Yeah. Well, fighting doesn't necessarily mean you're punching kids. I
Right,
mean it
yeah.
more like you could literally be holding your arms up to keep people
Yeah,
away.
right
from-
now that's all she's doing. I guess it would be fighting because she's trying to just,
Okay.
keep
Yeah.
a barrier between some of the kids and Sean.
Yeah. So
So that
give
he's-
give me that roll.
Fighting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got
Yeah.
5.
You want to keep it?
You know what? I still have enough pennies. Let's see if we can do a little better.
Okay. Don't crit fail.
What do we got? Come on, the roll 20 gods are loving you.
We'll see.
Hey.
Oh,
hey.
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 2 more successes on the table. So the kids are starting to get their hint, and they're giving you guys some more space. But they're starting to cheer. Joe, 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 Joe. All right. And I believe it's Sean's turn next.
All right.
So you guys have made it into the Lich's Lair castle, and you're coming up against the guards outside the castle, the throne room. It's about as far as you guys have ever made it.
Wow. Okay. Boy, that's a toughie. So I'm going to guess on this one. My best, I think, would be to figure out how to get the people, like, I don't know, quieted down, because, you know, I got to be able to focus and concentrate.
Right.
So, so I'm wondering how to achieve that.
Persuasion.
You could ask. You could ask. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Or you could taunt them somehow. You can, you know, like, I don't know.
Well, I can't really taunt them if I'm focused on the game. I'd be like,
That's true.
"Hey, shut up!" You
Yeah.
know, that whole
It's true.
thing. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go with persuasion.
You could say, "A loser says what?" and then everybody's going to shut up because they don't want to.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's
So nice.
Two more.
That's a win,
successes.
yeah.
Oh!
18 more successes. Heard. Yeah. So
One to go. One left.
Oh,
I'm
no
using
pressure. No
Guitar
pressure.
picks, by the way, as as counters. So
that's
All right.
amazing to pull 11 out of a 6. I'm impressed. I got skills.
that's pretty good. You guys are doing well. So, Chris, it all comes down to you.
So, yes,
Yeah.
Chris
How's she
is
doing
all
anyway?
excited. The whole loser says what? And everyone gets quiet. And then Chris is like laughing and he's flipping the pages and he has to get one of his other books. And somebody accidentally bumps Chris.
Uh-oh.
And he
Yeah.
bumps him. He watches a
It's
couple of notebooks
this
flies
freaking
off.
kid.
And then his glasses come off his face.
Yeah.
And they fall on the ground, and Chris is like, he's irritated, he's grabbing the books, he looks up, and that kid apologizes, moves back. When he moves back, Chris watches in horror as the glasses go skittering across the floor.
Oh, no.
And he's looking up, and he can see Sean is somewhat stuck, and he's struggling with this new level. You know, like he's almost to the prize. And,
Yeah.
and
You're
Chris
in the
looks,
throne room.
Chris looks down at his papers, and he's holding them up, and he's looking. He's like, "Oh my God! Oh no! And he takes a deep breath. He looks at Chris. He glances around. You can see everyone's anxious face.
Yeah.
And Chris is glancing through the room, but he can't read his writing.
Yeah. I gave
He's
you a
having
Benny
a hard
for that.
time.
You
Thank
got
you.
another Benny for that. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
that's
that.
fantastic.
So he closes his eyes.
Good use of a hindrance.
Puts his hands on the books, he closes his eyes, and he just tunes everything out. And he just remembers what he was reading.
Like that time when you were in the dungeon and what's your wizard's name?
Barnabas.
Barnabas was in, and it was dark, but he knew how to read the spells from memory and just had to focus.
And that's what he's trying. I have no idea what skill you want me to do with that.
Memory, I'm going to say common knowledge.
Common knowledge. Okay. I can work with that. I can really work with that. I'm going to take that.
Yeah, because that's your final success. And you remember that the way to beat the Lich in the final round is... What do you got to do to beat the Lich in the final round?
The holy water that is secretly hidden above its head. It looks like it's a simple blue, like, rock, but if you have the right weapon, which Sean has, you do a simple jump, and then as you're doing the last jump, you fire at the same time. You hit that blue rock, and it shatters, and it falls down where the Lich is at, and it drains well over half its health. And then from there, you land back on the ground, and it's crouch, 5 rapid hits, and it's done.
Yeah, and he does. And everybody in the place cheers. Everybody. It's excited. Even Dangerous Dan is coming out to see what's going on. It is the biggest thing ever to happen in this arcade.
Nice.
What 3-letter name are you guys putting up as your high score name?
Everybody's first initial.
Bingo!
Nice.
Bingo! I love it.
So what do you got? You got CJS or How's it going?
JSC.
JSC.
Yes. Yep.
I got goosebumps, man. This is awesome.
Good job. So everybody's cheering, and all of a sudden, you guys notice that some of the people in the crowd have moved out suddenly from where you guys are. They're no longer cheering for you, but you can hear something outside. Give me a notice roll.
All of us?
Yeah. It's still loud in here, so I'll give me a -1.
Ooh.
Okay. So Joe closest to the door. Here's very clearly what's happening. Chris got a 3, so you're focused more on finding your glasses, which you do
yes,
find.
Thank you. I actually forgot about those. Yeah.
This kid is still like, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean to bump into you. You know, my forgiveness. As he heads to the door. And what did you get, Sean?
If I go with a wild, it's a 13.
Oh, you did get it. Okay, so Sean and Joe not only notice what's happening, but you clearly recognize voices that are involved. There seems to be a fight outside. Hold on. So, yeah, you can hear that the town bully, which the name Stan Harris, and his 2 lackeys, Max Mason and Freddie Lynch, are up to something outside.
Ooh. How big of a thorn are these guys to us?
Well, I mean, they are the bullies. They are the older kids. They're Stan is actually in high school. And you guys grew up here in Gulf Haven. You guys know these kids. They are bad news. You do not want to get caught, alone with these guys around. And it sounds to you like they're picking on somebody. You can hear a kid crying outside.
Oh, man.
And all these people are outside saying, fight, or whatever kids do. They're jerks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Chris has found his glasses, and he's he's still reveling in the success. And he's got his backpack. It's an old school leather backpack that his dad got him like years ago.
Yeah.
And it holds all the books perfectly. And so he's putting that in, but he realizes he's watching Joe and Sean and what are they doing?
Yeah. So what are you guys gonna do? In fact, you can hear, because you guys rolled raises. You actually not only hear that it's Stan and his cronies, but you can hear them saying something about from where you are. It's loud in here, but something like, "Oh, she's gonna get you. She's gonna get you."
Yeah. Joanna doesn't like that anyways, so...
Yeah. So what are you going to do? You going to head out?
She's heading outside.
All right, so move your character outside.
Yeah, and of course, I got to maintain my 6 to Joe there, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris is like, he's just putting the book in. He's just chatting away. It's like, that was amazing. That was so.
You look up and they
guys,
lined it.
Guys, and we quickly backs in. He's pushing his way through the crowd. He's trying to keep up with with his friends.
Perfect. So you guys head out, and what you see is Stan Mason or Max Mason, Stan Harris, and Freddie Lynch, and Davy Jenkins, who's a kid who lives on your street. Actually, he's grade 3. He's a younger kid, and they are. Stan seems to be holding something in his hands. Give me another notice roll. I love these notice rolls. Notice rolls.
Learn how to use Roll20. Where am I at? There I am. Another notice, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't know.
Oh man,
That's okay.
We can't see what's going on at all.
It's okay because Sean got it. You got a 4.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So Sean, you notice that this because where you're standing, he's holding something in his hand. It's about the size of like an elongated grapefruit, not quite as big as a football, and it looks like it's a black rock of some kind. And he's holding it out at David Jenkins, who's holding his hands up against this truck and is screaming, "Oh, please, no, please!" And Stan is saying, She's gonna curse you. She's gonna curse you. And of course, Max and Freddie are just laughing at this. So, what would you guys like to do?
Part of me wants to pull a Back to the Future move and use my skateboard to disorient him.
Boom!
All right. So, what are you gonna do?
I know what I'll do. It's something non-violent but distracting. Is I'm gonna hop on my skateboard quick and roll up behind him like super fast and pop him in the head.
Nice. So you're gonna come around on the sidewalk of the top here.
Yeah, to where the dude with the rock thing, he can't see me. But yeah, surprise. Hi there.
So we'll call that a test. We'll get this started. Why don't you move yourself over there and give me an athletics roll?
All right.
And that'll be against his agility. Dan Harris.
Yeah, Chris looks over at Joe and is like, hey, what is that all about? We know that kid, don't we? He gamed with us a couple weeks ago, didn't he? Is that the same kid?
Davy Jenkins from your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So you got a 6. Do you want to keep that?
Man, you know what? I haven't used any bennies. So let's do it.
All right.
Well, 7.
7. It's a contested roll, so the higher you get, the better. So he's going to roll his agility, see how he does.
Right.
And you got a 4, so you got a success. You got one above him. So, well,
Right.
I mean, and technically he wasn't ready for you. He wasn't expecting you. So let's say he did. He got a -1 to it. So you hit him.
There you go.
So you do something. So do you want him to be distracted or vulnerable?
Distracted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I want to throw him off his balance, just really.
Yeah. So we will count distracted as I usually have a symbol that I like to use. I can't remember which one it is. It'll be this bleeding eye symbol.
Sure.
So he is distracted. So now I'd like to go into initiative, if you guys want to do that. He looks up and he's like, "What the hell? It's you kids! Get him!" So I'm going to put these guys in the initiative tracker. He's gonna try to like trip you as like he's distracted, so he's at a -2, but he's gonna try to trip you on your way by there. So he's gonna do a fighting roll. Let's see what he does. At a -2 because he's distracted. Actually, that's already factored in because I clicked distracted. So let's see what happens. What's your parry?
My parry is up flat. Let's hold on a second. Parry is 4, yeah.
That's weird. I don't think it counted the -2. So he did a 2. He missed you.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I'm not going to spend and he is a wild card, but I'm not going to spend a Benny because he is distracted this turn, so he wasn't able to. He's like, what the heck, man? And he tries to trip you, but you're just going past him too quick. So Chris is next to act, and I'm going to say that for the sake of it, Chris is going to hold his action because he's still not sure what's happening. So Sean, you're next to act.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm kind of rolling away, and I turn around. I stop my skateboard, kind of do a little, spin a bit, and I turn around and I look at him. I put my hands up, kind of like, "What now, guy?" We'll call it a taunt.
Fine. Fantastic. Yeah, because this is gonna work. Where is Joe? Is Joe still by me?
Joe is still right beside you. Yeah, Joe is actually last to act in this initiative order. So,
but that's absolutely perfect.
We were just talking about how I love this initiative tracker, like using this for games. I should show you how to use it.
I will need a tutorial on that. Okay, I'm gonna edit this all out. But anyway,
okay,
so
professional.
Bingo.
There you go.
Always. Fine. Yes. So for my action, I would like to reach into my pocket, grab out a bunch of quarters, turn to the one of the kids behind me that has a big slushie in their hand and is slowly slurping it down.
This
yank,
kid right here.
yank the slushy out of his hand, and then slam a bunch of quarters into it, and then toss the slushy to Joe.
Okay. Done. That's easy. All right.
Perfect.
There's no need to roll that. You can do that.
Thank you.
That's pretty
Yes.
straightforward.
Yes.
All right, Sean, you're up.
All right. Oh, sorry. Holy crap. So anyway, yeah. So I as he totally missed me, I was gonna roll back around, kind of at a safer distance, and then
actually, do me a favor. Sorry, before you act, I'd love for you to give me another notice roll at a +2.
oh, easy. I can do that.
Yeah, just because now you're close to him, you can see what it is in his hand.
Oh yeah.
In fact, screw the roll. You can see in his hand now, as you're close to it, what looks like, again, charcoal, like as though it was a burnt hunk of wood. But when you look closely at it, it looks like it's in the shape of like an anatomical human heart.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's what he's holding. That's what he's holding in his hand and was threatening young Davy Jenkins with.
Okay, that's a little awkward.
Kid's hardcore.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So I spin around. That does kind of change the narrative a bit. So
Yeah.
I spin around and I'm like, hey, dude, what's that you got in your hand? Your own heart? What the heck? Leave the dude alone. You know?
Yeah. So you trying to taunt him?
Yeah, I'm a taunt.
All right. Yeah, give me that taunt. And again, that's going to go against his smarts, and he's still distracted.
Oh!
Oh,
Boom! 16. All right, let's see how he does with his smarts at a -2.
Because I'm Sean Pickett.
Sean Pickett.
Well,
Heck
he rolled
yeah.
a 7. So the -2 is factored in there. I can see it. So he rolled a 7 against your 16, which is 7 plus 10 is so 9. So you got to hit with 2 raises. So I'm going to say you've not only he's distracted from the last time you actually no, because the end of his last turn he was no longer distracted.
Yeah.
But he is shaken now, and you get to choose again if you want to keep him distracted or make him vulnerable.
Make him vulnerable so
right.
somebody else can come in and finish him off.
Right.
All
So
right.
wait, so he's shaken and vulnerable.
He's shaken and vulnerable. So next to act is Freddie Lynch, who is this fellow right here. And Freddie Lynch is going to come to the aid of his friend, and he's going to come around this way, and he is going to, you know what, since he's busy, I'm just going to have him hold his action. Max and Freddie are going to hold their actions until Everett is available to defend himself. So Joe, you're up. You have a slushy full of quarters in your hand. What are you going to do with this?
I have a slushy with quarters in it, or a slushy.
No, it's just a slushy.
Oh, I thought
He gave the quarters to the
I
kid.
gave the quarters to the kid.
Cool. For some reason, I misunderstood, and I thought you had put a bunch of quarters in a slushy and then handed it to Joe. I'm like, I want to know what this is for. This is some kind of shrapnel-filled.
No. But hey,
That's more slushy style. She's looking for rocks or something to put in the slushy.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do on your turn?
Nope, I've got a slushy in my hand.
Yeah.
He seems distracted.
And
I know there's the other 2.
Yeah, you know that it's only a matter of time before Max and Freddie come after you guys.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do? So give me an athletics roll to throw it.
All right. Athletics. Where's my athletics? There it is.
Under A.
Oh!
So that's a hit with a raise. I wish that there was more raises I could give you for that. That's a hit with a raise and a penny. That's a pretty good roll.
Heck yeah. Nice. Very
That's
nice.
like a slushy face plant. What would that do?
I will.
Congratulations, Fisher. Congratulations.
Let's see, what do I have? I didn't prepare anything for this. Let's see. What do I got for decks? I've got a safety deck. I'm going to deal you a card from the safety deck, and that will count as your condition.
Oh, nice. Professionals, kids. Professionals.
1, 2. I give you a Benny, and I'm giving you this. So deal.
Nice.
There you go.
All right.
So that's your point of conviction there. You can spend that at any point to add a D6. And I think you can
Yeah,
keep
that's
spending
gonna
bennies
leave a
to
mark.
keep it going or something. Is that how that works? Conviction is a weird one. You can continue your conviction by spending bennies, from my understanding. But we'll just call it a one-time only, add a D6.
There you
Let's
go.
just keep it simple.
There you go. Yeah. And
All right.
it can ace. And
Yep,
it can ace
it can
like a
ace.
Benny.
Yep.
But yep.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Yeah.
well, and I want you to describe for me what happens here, because to me, it's not.
That's awesome.
This isn't a weapon. This isn't going to do damage. I mean, it might. Technically, it is cold.
I mean, it was a full-on square face shot. Cup explodes.
I like to think that some of it splashed
And
on
he's just a mess. He's just a
to
red
Freddie
slushy
and
mess.
Stan. Yeah,
He is just a red slushy mess.
he's a red slushy mess, and his we'll say his Jason
It
Voorhees
probably
costume
even
is all
splattered
wrecked.
the other two a little bit with that.
I would say so. I'm going to say so. So I'm just going to have it this way. Each of these guys are all now shaken from this. And if you'd also like, you can choose to make him distracted or vulnerable because of that.
Let's see. Vulnerable makes them easier to attack, right?
Sure, yeah.
Let's go with vulnerable.
All right. So vulnerable, which I've used this fellow with back pain to represent. Okay, so I'm going to say that that's it for their turns this round as well. So we'll deal a new round because they held their action and they held it just too long. Deal cards to turn order and sort to card suit. And here we go. So Sean, you're up again.
Oh man, here
You're
go.
up first. Unless anyone wants to spend a Benny to draw a new card.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So the bad guys are basically thwarted with slushy.
Currently, yeah. In fact, I'm going to make a quick roll here for Stan to see if something happens. So I'm going to make him roll just a reactionary agility roll, which is, did it roll?
As they're in essence disabled, I'm not really sure what I would do except to basically ha in their face and roll up.
Oh, get the kid out of there.
Yeah.
Well, that's obvious. I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I say that's obvious.
And shaken already.
Just to make sure I understand. So the kid had like a charcoal-shaped heart. I'm assuming that belonged to the other kid. He was taunting the kid with it.
Give me a common knowledge roll now that you've been able to see it because you moved forward. Give me a common knowledge roll. Joe and Stan and Sean.
Okay.
In fact, why not? I'm going to get Chris to also give me either
I
common
guess I'm not
knowledge
that
or an occult
knowledgeable.
roll.
Oh, that's super kind of you.
Yeah.
I didn't make the common knowledge.
No, do you want to keep it or spend a Benny or see how everybody else does? So yes, Sean, you know what this is. You know exactly what he's holding in his hands.
All right, hold on. I gotta get my...
Take your character sheet out. Okay, while you're doing that, I'll explain what it is.
Sure.
You guys, a couple of months ago, at the beginning of the school year, you guys went to the city hall, and in the front of the city hall was sort of a town museum was set up with history of that. Chris, you definitely recognize this as well. It's sort of history of Gulf Haven, and there's stuff in there about when there's pirates, because this was an area where pirates used to come. Back in the 1200s and stuff, but there was this one story that you guys remember from it's sort of a town fable, and this was actually in the business district, the business what's it called, the BIA sort of section at the front of the city hall. It was Molly Stitch's heart is what it was called. So it was a story, and I'll tell you the story right now real quick before you take your turn, because why not? Years ago, there was this woman who lived outside of the town. The town had a different name at that time, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, and I'm not going to look it up at the moment. But back then, it was several little towns, and she was sort of like an herbalist. She lived on her own in the woods, and she practiced sort of natural medicine. People used to bring people to see her, like if somebody was sick, they would come to see her, and she would give them herbs and maybe wrap their wounds in poultices, and it would help them heal. And she was sort of seen in the community as sort of a healer. However, at one point during this town's history, there was sort of a famine came along, a blight that attacked the crops, and people were getting sick, and cholera was breaking out. And so the town somehow decided that this woman, whose name was Molly Stitch, was actually behind it. And that she was in fact a witch, that she'd been practicing, this witchcraft that was against God, and they decided that she needed to be punished in order for the crops to grow again and the cholera to go away. So the whole town came, and they tied her to a stake, and they set fire to it right outside of her hut, where she lived in the woods. And as she was burning, she basically said, if a witch is what you see, then a witch is what you get. And she cursed the town. And when the fire was out and the ashes, the smoke had cleared, in the center of the fire, in the what's it called, the embers of the dying fire, was this probably chunk of wood, but this piece of charcoal that looked very much like a human heart. And so the town at the time believed that this was the witch's heart, and that they had to keep it so that she would never come back. Now, over the years, this became a cautionary tale about tolerance and understanding differences in people, and the dark history of the town. But that was the heart was left in the town's city hall as sort of a cautionary tale, like a reminder that we should jump to conclusions about people. But that's what you remember, is that this is what was known as Molly Stitch's heart. And now we get back to the action. What are you doing, Sean, now that you see what's going on?
Oh, yeah. So.
And Joe, you know none of that.
Earmuffs.
Yeah, there you go. So I roll up really quick, and I get off my skateboard, and I help what's his name, the victim up. And
Davey, yep.
Yep. And then I look down, and all of a sudden, immediate, understanding of what he's holding. And I look at him. Why do you have that, man? You're one broken dude.
Nice.
And he looks back at you, and he says, "Why, you want some of this?" And he holds it out. He said, "Do you want the curse?" So what do you do? It's still your turn. I'm just
no, that's fine.
To communicate.
I look at him. Yeah, absolutely. I look at him straight in the eye, and I'm like, I just kind of squint a little bit. I'm like, you shouldn't even have that. Why do you even have that? I'm going to get it from you. I'm going to put it back where it belongs. It needs to be back in a museum. I'm quoting a movie.
Yeah. this belongs in a
museum.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a kid in the background that's like, "Get him, Dr. Jones." Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Genius. So I moved the victim kid behind me, and I just kind of not really putting my hands up, but I got my arms kind of tensed up, and I'm like, "Give me the heart. It needs to go back where it belongs."
Oh, you got the perfect club too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So what do you remind me again? What you're trying to intimidate him, or just persuade him? What are we doing here?
I'm gonna intimidate. Sorry, sack of the.
All right, give me that roll.
Heck yeah, it's not as instantaneous as you would think. Hold on a second. All right, so that is an intimidation, which I don't have.
Uh-oh.
So
feel free to make it. It sounds more like a persuasion to me anyway, but
yeah, fair. Okay, we'll roll with that.
Yeah.
As it were. And I'm going to use Benny.
Okay.
Well, 5 is a success.
Well, another
Is
news.
Well, 4
He
is
was
a
the
success,
same person.
And technically, I mean, he's already distracted. He's already vulnerable and shaken. So I'm just going to let you have that.
Well, okay, sweet. So I'll grab a Benny back because I've already put it on the table.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "You want it?" He said, then take it, and he tosses it like down like under this truck here. And he looks at you, and he looks at his shirt, and he looks at Max and Freddie, and he says, "These guys aren't even freaking worth it, man." And they go to take off. What do you guys want to do about that?
I'm gonna run over and get the heart and leave the other guys. Yeah.
All right. So you go to do that, and at that moment, these guys take off, and you hear a horn honk, Chris.
Yes.
And you recognize that horn. It is your mom's station wagon.
Oh man.
Yeah. And she pulls up and she says, honey.
Oh,
Chrissy.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Smoochy.
Is that Joanna? Hey, Joanna.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
It's Mom.
Come on, kids.
Yeah,
Come
Sean.
on, kids.
Sean, get that
Honk,
heart.
honk, honk.
I got it.
Get that. Seriously? Is that? Oh my God! He's already got his backpack open. He's flipping through the Dungeon Master's Guide. It's just like in the book. I told you guys, it's all real. I told you they wrote this as instruction manuals for us. Oh my! He's super excited. His hands are shaking.
Chris,
Joe,
Chris.
while they're all talking, I kind of make sure I look back to the kid that was getting picked on and make sure he's all right.
He rubs some snot from his nose, and he's crying, but he's like, I'm okay, thank you. I don't want to catch the curse.
She has some tissues in her pocket. She hands him one and says, "Okay, well, just be careful."
Yeah,
and then she goes over to the other guys.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Thanks, Sean and Chris. Thank you. And he goes,
I pat him on the back, dude. The curse isn't real.
No. That's not true. Hold on. It's the book. It's like, man, you're not touching it with your bare hands, are you?
Yes, and part of
you probably shouldn't do that.
And part of my mental state was just to see how far I could get Chris to roll. So meanwhile, I'm like,
kids,
yeah.
come over. So
what's the bad news?
She says, I'm so sorry, kids. There's bad news. The city canceled trick or treating this year because of the missing kids. The two. So you guys remember? It's not something that crossed your mind. Like your kids in the '80s, all you really care about is like the bomb doesn't scare you, the communists don't scare you. Kids going missing. There's a couple of kids that went missing. One of them was in your grade, another one was a year younger, and they went missing. You remember seeing the posters around town? It was have the names Kyle Kendrick and Amber Tillerson. But anyway, so that's, again, she said, because the kids are missing, the city decided that maybe this year they would cancel trick or treating. But I talked to your mom, Joe, and Sean. I talked to your dad and mom, and you guys are welcome to sleep over in the treehouse. And we're gonna go rent up some videos at the store, and we'll get pizza and some candies and stuff. You can have it up in the treehouse, and you guys can sleep over. Is that cool? Is that okay with you guys?
Chris is looking around, and he's looking at Sean. His eyes dart down to the heart, and he looks at the other two, and he just nods. He's like, "Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea." Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. So why don't you throw your bikes in the back, Joe and Chris, and you've got your skateboard, Sean.
On it.
So you guys hop in and off you go. So why don't we head on over to the tree house?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is my absolute favorite Carl Kiesler map. Spend some time, Greg. Do me a favor. Spend some time zooming in on some of these things. Would you just look at some of the details that Carl put into this map here? Like, look at what's happening on the table. Can you see that? It's not as clear on the meat, but like there's a monster manual, the original red book over here.
Yeah.
There's Palladium, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game there. Now, have a look over like towards this direction here. I don't know if you can see. Move
I'm having a hard time getting this thing.
Do you want me to present?
It's all good. Just if you get a chance, everybody zoom in on your own. There's a guitar magazine, the Thrasher magazine with Eddie Van Halen on the cover here. There's a Batman.
Nice.
Over here is a Wolverine. I had this one. There's a Punisher. I think there's this. Is a Secret Wars. This is Secret Wars with Black Suit Spider-Man.
Yes. Oh my God. Super classic.
Isn't this so cool? And look,
Oh my
look,
God, because that's like one of the Marvel Comic Presents one, isn't it? Or is that Wolverine #1?
I have no idea. All I know is it's awesome. And
I think I have that comic.
You'll see as well. Like, look at all the cables they've got running from the house. and like, the thing I want to note is that these stumps are not stumps. They're actually the tree that's growing through here, but because we need to be able to see that he cut them. But that's this is just brilliant. I freaking love this map. So thanks, Carl.
It's like, Carl. Yes.
Yeah,
my God,
is like just
amazing.
This is like a super wild treehouse.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Two
Isn't
trees
this awesome?
Connected. Oh my gosh, that is super cool.
Yeah. So you guys, what movies did you rent? I'm mostly curious about what movies you rented when you went to the video store with Chris's mom.
You guys start. I gotta redo some stuff. So keep going.
Oh man, what would be a good movie?
Yeah. I'm guessing you went with horror movies. It's Halloween.
Yeah. I got to look up a date on one, but hold on a second.
And don't worry about the date. This isn't going to be on the final exam. Just
Exorcist.
Right.
My
Nice.
mom hasn't seen it, and therefore she doesn't really know what it is. We just tell her it's a creepy priest movie.
And she knew. Your mom knew that you guys would be really disappointed with no trick or treating. So she got you pizza. She brought up all the candy that she was supposed to give out to the kids this year, and brought it up to you to the tree fort. So double chuck.
Oh, Joel's all over, or Joe. Excuse me, Joe. She's all over this. She's Fright Night.
Nice.
Silver
Fright
Bullet.
Night.
Oh, Silver Bullet. That's awesome.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Anyway.
So it is. We got 12 minutes. I want to get to the big cliffhanger. So
let's do it.
You guys are in the room watching these horror movies. And one thing I wanted to do is I was going to get you guys to roll a fear roll to see how you did with these horror movies. So if you could each give me a fear roll, watching The Exorcist and Silver Bullet. And sorry, what was your pick, Sean? What did you pick?
Reanimator.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
We're
Nice,
Oh.
Joe. You got.
We're
What am
freaking
I
each
doing?
other out.
Okay. Yeah, fear.
So you can roll. You can either click the picture of the screaming face, or you can click a spirit roll, whichever works for you.
Oh, nice.
Screaming face.
Whoa! So Sean, you want to keep that
No, I don't. I want to do this and then throw
because
this
you
there and-
theoretically are. All right, you did it. You did it. So Chris, this is old hat for you. You've seen these movies, and Joe, you've you Joe and Sean look much scarier than Chris. So that's awesome. So you guys are watching these movies. What else? I mean, what else are you guys going to be up to in the tree fort?
Oh, dude, microwave popcorn. It's 85.
Oh
man.
yeah, of course,
Heck
microwave
yes.
popcorn. Yeah.
Oh,
Some
the
candies.
reason why Chris isn't scared, honestly, he's not really watching the movies. He's kind of in and out.
Yeah.
He's gone to the house and he's
Mhm.
grabbed his dad's got like local history books. And and also just his private stash. And he's actually looking up and he's going through these books and articles about that heart.
Yeah.
And so that's why
nice.
he's not really scared, is because he's preoccupied.
Since I didn't give you a research, I'm going to give you a chance. You know what? Give me an occult roll. Let's just see how much information you're able to glean from these.
Nice.
And remember, for every success, you lose a point of sanity. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa!
You gain a point of Cthulhu mythos, but you lose
There we
sanity
go.
as a result.
Patagon, Cthulhu, Patagon.
Oh, am I rolling? No, you're back. You're back on. Roll 20.
I am. I'm back. We'll see how long it lasts. God damn it.
Well, we only need you for 9 more minutes. So it's
Right?
good. 7. So yeah, you basically you determine that this you're able to determine the story I told earlier, in a bit more detail. And one other thing I'll tell you is that you are able to determine that based on landmarks from the time and where the different cities were divided before it became Gulf Haven, you would guess that this happened not too far, like through the woods from where you are, like where this originally took place would be probably like an hour walk through the woods, like, which is nothing for a kid. And
Right.
at this point, right as you're reading this and realizing where this was, I would love for. So I'm guessing, Chris, you're probably over at your table while these other two are watching.
Yeah. He's got maps. He's got articles out.
I'm going to get you to do this roll for me.
Sure.
I'm going to get you to give me a notice roll. It's pretty dark.
I will be bennying the living crap out of this.
Well, as it is the last roll of the night.
Right?
No, there might be a fear roll before this night is through. But let's see how you do. So you got a notice roll. One thing I actually want to do is, if I can as well, just for the fun of this, is I'm going to push there we go.
I
So you hear what sounds like a low rumble, and what sounds like maybe sock feet walking up the stairs to your tree fort.
Oh, he's irritated because he thinks it's his older sister, and
Jill.
It's
coming
like,
to prank you or something.
Oh, that, or just come up and make fun of us, and so he's already getting this. So he slams the books and he turns, and he's like, guys.
What?
And he points to the door, and he points, eyes, and to the door, and he mouths B-word sister. And they again emphasis Jill, and he points to there, and he points down at your feet, and again in preparation for Halloween, he's got the silly foam.
Oh,
there's a couple of cans of that down there. He points to that, and he goes to the table. He picks up. Yes, and he's pointing to the door, and he's motioning for you guys to follow him, and he's got his held up. Yeah, and he's going.
Oh, I got a can in hand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe's right there.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. So you hear the sort of footsteps coming up, and that rumble, that low rumble is getting a bit louder. And what I'll get you to do is, right before we call it a night, is hold on. I just need to. Come on. I'm just going to move these to the token layer. You look out the door as one of these pushes its way, pushes the door open.
Sweet God.
And you notice that it isn't your sister. It is, in fact, a demon dog with like slathering jaws and red glowing eyes. It doesn't have fur so much as it has black leather skin and claws about the length of your fingers, and teeth sharp and already look like they're stained with blood. Can I get each of you to give me a fear check at a -2?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you see what comes in the door.
Okay.
Wow, Sean.
Not much bothers me, apparently.
No. Well, and you love the fear. Like, that's the thing. You are afraid. But you love that.
That I do.
So Joe, that's a fail, right?
Yeah, we're gonna reroll.
Ooh.
Chris, you know what these are, because these are in the monster manual.
Brother Demons! It's just like the books, the Duffer Brother Demons!
Oh.
Let's throw something.
That's still a fail.
Because if
That's
you know,
still a fail.
Try again.
Yeah.
Throw one more.
I'll toss him up if he needs it.
Wow.
Yeah, me too. I think Joe's gonna poop herself.
Well, that's
Yeah, I'll toss one for him to take.
all right. I'll throw one more.
No. Hold on. Just use mine first.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
he already spent it.
Oh, did he? Okay.
No, you did. You did. Chuck did.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead. Click the reroll, bud.
Come on, big number.
Nope.
Wow.
Go.
Hey, you've got between you got 5 more rolls. Oh, you want yes?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay, give me a D6 with an
conviction.
exclamation
The
point.
conviction.
Yeah,
Yes.
give me that D6 with an exclamation point.
I was gonna say, when is he
Oh.
gonna use a conviction?
No, you keep your 4, or your best roll so far was a 3. So you're gonna roll a D6 with that exclamation point if you remember that from last game.
No.
So before you roll the D6, click the exclamation.
Oh!
Well, it doesn't matter. Roll it again.
Bingo.
Oh, roll it
Bingo.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got it. So this
There you go.
is still terrifying. Let's not fool ourselves. Just because you passed the fear check doesn't mean there is not 2 300-pound demon dogs pushing into your treehouse. I'll ask one more question before we call it a night. One more question before we call it a night. Point to me on the table here on the map here where the heart is currently, and I assume it's still in Sean's backpack, or did you take it out?
No, actually, he has it. It's sitting on a table.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
So let's call it there, shall we?
Excellent. Fantastic.
We'll see you in a week.
Yes, we'll see you
See you in
guys
a week.
next week.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Canadian Curry. That is phenomenal. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Thank you, Carl.
Yes. Oh my God. I love the story. I love the maps. I love everything that's going on here.
Aaron G. Miller for this great setting, which I love.
Yes. Hey, again, thank you so much. I can't call you GM James, but I can call you Canadian Curry. Anyway, thank you so much. Appreciate you running this for us. Yeah, it's becoming a tradition we like to do here, a Halloween game. So this is fantastic. So yes. So as always, any parting words, Greg?
Had a great time. Thanks for running this.
Excellent. Any parting words, James?
Happy Halloween.
Nice. Any parting words,
next
Everett?
time I'll use my theremin.
Oh, there you go. Oh my God. I love seasonal episodes. I love Halloween. I literally planned with a friend of mine 4 months for a Halloween party. And it was one of the high points in my younger life, and I loved it. And this is another wonderful memory to add to it all. Radio Salad Studios, we love having James here. Don't go away ever. Thank you for everything you've done. Tonight has been an awesome game.
Glad you like it.
Yes, it has. To find out what happens next time on Savage Sessions, join us next week. Same Savage time, same Savage channel. And until then, from all of us to all of you, go out there, be safe, have fun, and may the dice be with you. Always. Everett, take us home.
This has been a production of Radio Salad Studios. For more information, contact us on Facebook at Radio Salad Studios. Thank you.